very tall spine, and feel that your shoulders start to drop down. You'll lengthen your neck here, your chin nice and level, and taking a few deep breaths here. So as you feel yourself starting to sort of align your body, imagining that length that you want to sort of implement here. So that's gentle sort of growth of the spine. Pretending you have a piece of string on the top of your head is a good one to help, like thinking about that pulling you up and finding that nice tall back. Lovely, guys. You're going to reach the arms out nice and wide, take a deep breath in, and then just take a little tip over to one side of your mat, stretching over. As you exhale, keep it sort of gently flowing directly over to the other side, feeling that nice stretch, and then back over. And then this time we're going to take a little diagonal, sort of head down to the knee, and then back up to the side, and then pushing the body up, other direction, over and down to the knee, and up to the side, and up. Lovely, guys. Let's do some seated cat and cow. So bring your hands, interlace your fingers, take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, start to just push that spine back behind you, and then sitting nice and tall. Have a little wiggle here, a little arch of your rib cage, and then exhale, press the hands down to reset. Deep breath in, bring the hands back to your heart center, push your spine back behind you, really open through the back body. You want to feel your ribs at the back sort of really opening and stretching here. Finding a nice tall seat and a gentle arch, a little bit of a wiggle. And then as you exhale, pressing the hands down. Final round here. Deep breath in. Exhaling. Sitting nice and tall. And take that final little wiggle as you exhale. Find a nice tall spine. Lovely, guys. Okay, we're going to come over onto our hands and knees now. So coming over onto your hands and knees, and we're going to lower right down directly onto our elbows. So coming down onto your forearms here. So your elbow posture. We want to interlace our fingers here and really think about drawing our abdominals up. So using this position to really engage the upper body. So we want to make sure we're pushing the mat away and really finding that nice strong position. We're going to have our hips directly over our knees. So not too far back or forward, directly over your knees. And then knees are touching here. We're just going to take some little circles with our right leg. So it's going to go up to a little hook position. Bring it out to the side and then directly down. So finding that little hook position. Just mobilizing that hip. We're going to do 4 in each direction. So 1 more this direction. And then we're going to reverse that. So we're going to go out to the side, up, and bring it down. Out to the side, up, and bring it down. Just 2 more. And down. And 1 more. Nice, everyone. Take that hook up now. Flex your foot and just take some little pulses just to find your hamstring. So we're going to have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring that knee down. Just push yourself up and just take your hips from side to side. Just allow your lower back to have a little bit of a release there. So just taking a little bit of almost like a little stretch, I suppose, just to really feel the nice opening on the external part of your hip. And then we're going to do that on our second side. So lowering back down, bring your knees to touch, make sure your alignment is nice and square. And then we're going to take that little hook position and straight into the second side with those circles. So you want to really make sure as well you're stabilizing your trunk as much as you can with this movement, so you're not sort of shifting sideways to help the body. You want to keep it really square and make it as hard to control as possible. Good, and then reverse that little hook. Keeping nice shapes in the back of that leg. So think about that 90-degree angle that we're working with here. Breathing strong, good. Okay, take that leg up, flex the foot, take some little pulses, just finding that hamstring. Taking tiny little pushes up towards the roof for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it down. Lovely work, guys. Push yourself back up. Have a little twist from left to right. Nice one, as I said, just to really help stretch the outside part of your hip. Lovely, guys. Okay, let's come onto our knees now. Just coming to one edge of your mat and taking one leg out long, just making sure that you've got space either side to extend your arms. And just ensuring as well you have enough support under your knee to feel nice and comfortable. Top foot can be flat, parallel, or up. For this particular exercise, just find what helps you feel stable here. Arms are stretching out wide. We're going to tip away from our extended leg and drawing up. So think about hinging your whole body away and lifting it and returning it to that position. Lowering with control and squeezing up. We're going to think about moving from our midsection, finding that core nice and strong. For 2. Good. Let's do one more. Hold it down here and just take some tiny little dips down to that little imaginary pool of water down at the bottom of your mat. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw yourself up and we're going to go straight to the second side. So send the other leg out, finding that same sort of alignment with the leg, and we tip straight over and squeeze to lift and over and squeeze. Breathing, inhale and exhaling through the mouth. Good, let's do 2 more. Keep that strong form. Good, now hold it down here and take those tiny little dips, tiny little dips. Good, keeping the arms strong. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Draw the arm up and bring yourself down. Nicely done, everyone. Okay, let's come over now onto our back. Just lie yourself down and have a little windscreen wiper with those knees from side to side. Just relaxing that lower back. And then the next time your knees fall to the left, have a little stretch there. Just taking some time to open the back. Excuse me. And then gently drift the knees over to the other side. Same thing, just enjoy a little stretch there. Want to really ensure that that opposite shoulder is drawing down. Having a breath there. Good. Lovely, guys. Okay. Coming back through your center, we're going to do some supine twists just to ensure our core is switched on. This is the most wonderful exercise for your core, but also I love this one because it has a little bit of a stretch for our back as well. So palms facing up, make sure they're in line with your shoulders, bringing your legs to that tabletop position, squeezing the knees to touch. Breathing in, exhaling to drop the knees to one side. And then inhale to squeeze it up. Good. So really think about moving from your center here. Really finding that strong core control. And squeezing to lift. Breathing strong. Keeping that movement nice and smooth. We want sort of no jarring moments here. So it kind of drifts with control. Stabilizes in the center as like your little reset. And then goes again. Good, everybody. We're going to do one more here. Keep that breath. Final one. And then up. And then just place your feet down. Have another little gentle rock of those knees from side to side. Really good work. Okay, take your left knee into your chest and just take a few circles into that hip. Taking those circles both directions. And then just gently send that leg up, hands to the back of your knee. And same thing, just take some very gentle circles into the ankle. Again, both directions, just to really mobilize that joint. Good. Okay, so the same arm as the leg's going to go down to the floor. Opposite arm we're going to reach up. We're going to move into our leg circles with one arm up here. So taking that leg out to the side. and then squeeze to lift up. So as you do this, I want you to really visualize that you're drawing that big circle with your toe. Good. We're going to do one more this direction. Keep control in this opposite hip, really squaring off there. And then reversing that. So flexion through the foot. Draw that leg out to the side and squeeze to lift. Inhaling, drawing it out and squeeze to lift. And last one here. And squeeze to lift. Good. Point that foot up there. Take your other arm up. Draw yourself up to a little abdominal lift, and then just take your arms, guide them across that leg, finding some gentle little crunches. So you're just pulling the belly button down to the spine and sort of just gently activating your abdominals here. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the body back up and give that knee a squeeze in towards your chest. Good work, everybody. While you just give that knee a squeeze, let that leg just have a release. Maybe take it out to the side, maybe having a quick little frog there, just to relax the breath and the tummy muscles. And we'll do that all on our second side. So squeezing now your right knee into your chest. Again, just starting with those gentle little circles. Visualizing that ball and socket joint, just gently mobilizing. And then reversing that around. Taking your time here. And then send that leg up. Same thing. Finding a couple of circles into the ankle. Both ways round. And then preparing for the second side. So taking one hand down, reaching that opposite arm up, and really make sure that shoulder is pulling down. You've got a nice broad chest here. As you open the leg out, take a nice big circle around. You have to move back a little bit. And lifting up, opening out, big circle around, and squeezing up. Good. Again, really visualizing this movement occurring. The top of the hip with ease, finding that pathway. Good. Now reversing it. So flex the foot, take it down, big scoop around, and squeezing it up and down, big scoop around and squeeze, and one more, big scoop around and squeeze. Lovely, guys. Point that foot, take both arms up, just guiding them across that leg and finding those little crunches, just implementing a tiny bit of engagement there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hug that knee down. Really nice work, everyone. Again, like we did on the first side, just have a gentle little rock of those knees from side to side. And then we're going to roll over to one side of our mat. So just realign yourself, coming down onto your sideline. And then finding your head in your neck or lying all the way down. We're going to take that top leg and place it behind us. And stretch that underneath leg out long. And we're just going to start with our inner thighs. So flexion through the foot, little pulses of that leg underneath. This one you can also have this leg forward if that's more sort of comfortable for your hips. Whatever sort of works for you at this particular moment, both options will be fine. This one, always like to visualize that you have like a little tennis ball or something, sort of just bouncing on the inside of your foot here. So you have that sort of control with the pace as well. It's like quite coordinated one, yeah. So you have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now hold that leg where it is. You're going to just gently push your body up, making sure you're not slouching here. So really pushing the mat away, pressing into that supporting side, and then start to point your foot. If you've got that leg in front, you now want to take it behind, and then reaching that top arm up. So you're going to scoot back into your abdominals, draw that foot up towards the hands, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. As you bring it down, flex the foot, and just gently push the body up. Take a little stretch here. And down, squeezing to lift with control. Flex to lower, pushing the mat away. way, a little bit of a back bend, but also sort of like a semi-side plank as well. Squeeze to lift and ease it down and pushing away. Good, we're going to do this one more time. And we're going to hold this last one strong. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and last breath, bring it down. Really nice, everybody. Just draw yourself up. Find a quick little cross-leg position. Just relax the body. Come down here. Have a quick stretch there. Roll the torso up, and we'll do that on our second side. So just lying yourself down. Same as you did on the first side with your head. And then top leg either back behind you so your pelvis is nice and open, or forward, flexing that underneath foot. And just finding those little pulses to begin. Really thinking about the engagement of the inner thigh here. That top hip sort of allows the pelvis to be kind of working with ease here. And just breathing. Taking a couple more rounds of this pulsing. Think of gently drawing your belly button towards your spine. So imagine you've got that little piece of string, just slightly tugging it back. Good. And then holding it nice and still, take your time to gently make your way to your supported side, making sure that you're keeping that shoulder directly over your elbow. Top arm up, we're going to push back and point that toe now. I'm going to draw back, squeeze into the abdominals as you draw that leg up, flex to lower, and then pushing up, finding that little back bend. Good, lowering down and squeezing up and flex and up. Good, just 2 more of these, keeping that control in your core. Think about it all moving from your midsection. Breathe as you flow through the movements with ease. And up and down and push. And we're going to hold this last one. Take that final hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely work, guys. Nice. This time we're going to lie down on our back for our little stretch here. Find your back body. Bringing your feet into your frog. And just relax. You can take your hands onto your ribs. Just take a few mindful breaths here. Or just have them out to the side. And just let your body have a few moments to relax. As you breathe. Really good. Okay, we're going to finish with some knee pulling and a little scissor. Just to finish off the class with a little bit more energy. So, taking your time to set this up, bending your knees. Bring your right knee into your chest, prepare. Pull it in nice and close and then draw your upper body off the mat. So your elbows are out wide and we're going to send that left leg out long. And we're just going to take it nice and gently to begin. So 2 little pulses and then switching over. Pulsing, pulsing. So we're kind of also applying quite a bit of pressure to the hip here by really squeezing that leg down in towards your chest. You're going to feel that nice release in the front of the hip. And squeeze, squeeze. Breathing. And exhaling. Good. Keeping that chin long. Keep the body strong here. Nice. Let's do 1 more each side. Good. And then just soften down. Take a moment here. We're going to prepare for our scissors. So if you have quite tight hamstrings, just keep in mind to have a little bit of a bend. That's fine. Otherwise, we're working with a nice straight leg. You're going to take back of the calf if you can, stretching the other leg out long. And we pulse, pulse. And squeeze, squeeze. And pulse, pulse. Squeeze, squeeze. So breathing in. And exhaling. And breathing in. And exhaling. Good. Breathing in. And exhaling. Last one here. Breathing in. And exhaling. And then bring your legs down. Very good job, guys. Have a little windscreen wiper. We have just enough time to quickly do a couple of rounds of our bridge just to set our spine for the day. So bringing your feet just in distance of your fingertips. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, taking the arms up, finding a little bit less sort of stabilization of the upper body. And just start with your pelvic tilts here. So tucking your pelvis, really think of your hips joining towards your ribs. And then pushing that arch away, pushing that pelvis away, so you're getting a gentle sort of little arch in your spine here. And then tuck and repeat that. Squeeze and engage. And then gently push away. And then this next one is you roll yourself all the way up from that tuck really slowly. Take your time through your spine, one vertebrae at a time, and then really think about the hips pushing up here, squeezing as you lift the balls of the feet. Lift the heels as you come into the balls of the feet and roll down. Again, really slowly through that spine, one vertebrae at a time. Try to keep your gaze always on the roof here. So don't copy me and turn your head. Try to keep focus on the roof. Tuck and squeeze and roll. Taking your time as you get to the top, peeking those heels, squeezing and softening down, all the way down. Really nice. Dropping the heels. Breathing in. Tuck, squeeze, roll, engage, all the way up. Pushing those heels up. We're going to stay here this time and just hold that position. Really think about that square alignment of the hips, that implementation of the core, pushing up, squeezing through the glutes, and roll it down. Really good work, everyone. Okay, have a little windscreen wiper of your knees again, from side to side. And we'll just do a few gentle stretches to finish off the class today. Well done. So let's take our right leg up, finding your half happy baby on your right side. Just allowing that hip to soften. You take a little bit of movement there. Maybe stretching it out if that feels good for your hip. And just breathe. Really feel that strong contraction in the hip as you pull that thigh down towards the mat. And then taking that ankle across your other knee, just taking your sort of reclined pigeon here, having a little rock. Again, really focusing on really opening the outside of your glute here. Good, and then release that foot down, second side. Taking your left leg up, finding your half happy baby there. Having a gentle little contraction into that hip. Maybe a stretch out. Just really opening that external rotation. Really think about that muscle zone, all those muscles that are in the top part of your hip. Just really relaxing them here. One more breath. And then draw that leg up, taking that little reclined pigeon second side. Having a little rock. Taking final deep breath there. And then bring that foot down. We'll take a little bit of we'll take a deeper twist before we come up. So take your right leg back on top and then drop your knees to the left side and take a little bit of a stronger twist. Gaze towards your right hand. So you've got your right leg on top, dropping the knees to the left. And then coming up and then just switching sides. Same thing, dropping them to the opposite direction, twisting them. And then coming back up. Nice. Now we're going to take a few rolls up and down our spine. Just being really careful with this one. If you have any neck issues, just being really gentle. And then on that next roll, coming all the way up and find your seated posture. Good job, everyone. So finding that final seated posture to finish off your class today, as you found at the beginning of your practice, really ensure your seat bones are pressing into the floor, hands pressing down on the knees, dropping your shoulders, softening your gaze, and just take a few gentle little circles into the head and neck. Remembering not to tip that head back. We want to just explore the space around the side and wiping that chin across the chest. Reverse that. Final one. And then find your head directly on the top of your neck so you're nice and tall. And we'll finish with our 3 deep breaths. Really give back, everyone. So reaching the arms out as you take a deep breath and draw the arms up. And press them down, exhale. Deep breath in, taking in that positive energy. Big exhale. And third one, deep breath in. And big exhale. And you're done. Well done, everyone. Very good job, my lovelies. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful week, and I'll see you next time. Very good job.